Alright, gonna do some Wizard 101 this morning. Doing my no gear fire wizard again. Continuing on second world of Krokotopia. So, gonna get into it here. Nope, that one. This one. There we go. A couple of things to finish up first. Hi, Alyssa. Good morning. Good morning. Alright, so I need to go to the hedge maze. That's this way.
Välkomna-RPG.
Need to switch to the live page. There we go. A little bit better screen. Alright. And we're off. Looking for a lucky coin that Hechaldeem lost. A Mander from the land of Krokotopia. Somehow it ended up in Wizard City, but, you know, it is what it is. We're gonna find it, return it to its rightful owner. Was there a teleporter I could have taken? No. They still don't have teleporters in Unicorn Way, but it is also the easiest area in the entire game. So I mean, I guess you don't really need a teleporter. It's kind of a long street. Alyssa, if you're hanging out, if you have any questions about the game, let me know. There's a lot of people that have heard about Wizard 101. They don't know how it works. There's a lot of people that haven't heard about Wizard 101. So if you're ever curious about something or how something works, you know, feel free to give me a holler. Alright, here we go. I gotta tighten up my headphones just a little bit. There we go. It is. I actually got a tattoo, which I've shown a lot of people the tattoo, and if you've seen it in North's Discord. But I actually got a Wizard 101 tattoo. Turn this down just a little bit. And the cool thing about it, at the bottom, is a date. 7/2/2008. That's when I started playing. Now, this game launched in 9/2/2008. And the reason that's important, if you think about it, that means that I was playing this game before it was officially available to the public. I've been playing, I'm not going to say consistently. There was a very short period where I had just a lot going on in my life, so I didn't play for like 2 years. But beyond that, I've played rather consistently almost the entire time that I've been playing this game. It's probably my second favorite game. I have like one other series that I absolutely love and adore. One other game rather. I guess that is a series. This one is not a series. But the point is, there's another game that kind of takes that number one position for me. This is a solid number two. I would not rank anything else above this. Alright, so now that we got the lucky coin, it's back to Hetch Aldim in the Oasis. So, I don't remember when I started this, this video series that I'm making, but I decided to try something a little bit more difficult. And if you watch my previous videos, you'll see what I'm talking about, because there's quite a few times where it's clear that I just do not have the capability to do what I'm trying to do. So there's a challenge that the Wizard 101 community has created, as a lot of games have.
Could Professor Greyrose use that gem?
Where
You found my lucky coin. Thank you so much.
Attempt the game with no gear. And so I'll bring up my stat page here. What that means is you have nothing that boosts your damage, your resistance, your accuracy, critical rating, block rating, armor piercing, stun resistance. What else? Power pips, any of this. The only thing that you're allowed to change, because they added in a new feature last year or the year before that, the only thing you're allowed to change now is your Arch Mastery. And the simplest way to change that without affecting overall gameplay is also changing your healing in, healing out. So Arch Mastery is used for when they made some spell changes to spells that require a pip of a particular school. Hey, Sparty, welcome in. Welcome in. I was just explaining to Alyssa the purposes of this game that I'm playing, because I'm not doing the normal gameplay. I'm doing a no gear challenge, but there are a couple of allowed exceptions. Obviously, in order to cast any spells, you have to have a deck, because that's how you cast your spells. And with the addition of Arch Mastery, which I was explaining, lets you cast other schools with a particular school pip. We added in a couple of items that allow you to boost your Arch Mastery rating, because otherwise you don't get that to level 120, and that's a bit absurd. But beyond that, we've got a mount that allows you to move around the world at a little bit higher speed, but that doesn't really affect your bonuses. The primary focus of the No Gear Challenge is not greatly affecting, or not affecting at all if you don't have to, your abilities, your resistances, your strength, your attack, your accuracy. You cannot affect your stats. Again, the caveat, because of Arch Mastery, I'm affecting healing a little bit to get that Arch Mastery rating, but as you can see, I mean, it's a 4% boost. My healing spell does 400, so I'm getting 404. Ooh. You know, there's some people that just get over the top about it. I guess it's 408. I don't know. Whatever 4% of 400 is. Point is, yeah, not going to make a big difference. It's not a game changer for the challenge, so. But yeah, here we are. I'm on the second world. Just sounds good, Alyssa. Have fun. Feel free to stop by later if you'd like. I will probably be playing this for a while. I'm hoping to get a few more people. I've got 2 out of 4 days for affiliate, so I'm trying to get that last push while I've got decent internet this weekend. We'll see if it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Ooh. Collectible. So kind of Sparty, kind of like how your game had that picture that you could walk up and collect. This game has collectibles of a different type. So every world has these various hidden items throughout the world. There's usually about 7 or 8 in multiple different areas, and so you just run around and you find them. In this world, it's these giant scarab. I'm gonna get off the flying carpet. In this world, it's giant scarab beetles. In the first world, it was little blacksmith dudes. But yeah, so every world has different little collectibles. There are also like little mini free furniture items you can find throughout the world too. I don't know the full list of those, but if I find them, if you guys want me to pick them up, I will maybe pick them up. But yeah, so it's kind of cool. You keep an eye out for these. I've played so long that I know just about where every single one of them is. There's a couple of worlds that are tricky, but for the most part, the regular worlds, I know where they're at. So we are... Usually I do zone by zone. I'll make a video for a zone, and then I'll make a video for another zone, and then I'll make a video for another zone. So I may end up switching to a different game, but I also might, I might just do multiple zones on this one. Yeah, right? Like, every game has collectibles now. So this video may have multiple zones, whereas usually I like to do finish a zone, make that video, finish a zone, make that video, finish a zone, make that video, because that way I can extend this series for people to watch, you know? They can kind of be engaged in watching, okay, so he's completing this. Alright, now he's going here. So, if you want me to keep going after we finish this zone, let me know. Otherwise, I can find something else to play as well.
My heart gladdens
To see you, for your help is greatly needed.
This will be a difficult mission.
So, we are collecting a golden fang item to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands. So we will, we have to defeat these, monsters. There are 3 boss monsters in this area. Why is this? I hate that this never does the right thing. I don't know where they went. I'm just gonna go this way. I lost them. I wasn't paying attention. Where are we? I lost them. Alright, well.
Welcome, oh, but wait. Next you must show cunning as well as might and solve their riddles.
Okay. Maybe this one? Ah, yep, okay. I hate the arrow for this dungeon. It only points to the finishing or the final boss of this dungeon. It does not point to the other spots. It's just this dungeon. It drives me absolutely up the wall. Hey, Alyssa, thanks for that. I appreciate it. Maiden. Oh, hey, Maiden. I didn't see you pop in. You snuck in here. I see you. I went to bed at like 3 o'clock, and I should have set an alarm because I was like, "Oh, I'll wake up at like 7. It'll be fine." I woke up at like 9:30. I was like, "Oh, okay." All right, Snake, Moon, Bird, Sun. As you see, since we defeated the monster, these panels showed up on the back, and these obelisks showed up. So this puzzle requires you to light the obelisks up in that exact order. So you would do the snake, then the moon, then the bird, then the sun.
Velkomin Bossadron _ 1279.
Hey, Sparty, thanks for getting that follow from Bossatron. Appreciate it.
How are you doing, Totai?
I'm gonna change Pando's voice at some point. I wanted a different voice from the generic one, and so I was like, oh, okay, you know, my Pando is a dragon, the Raugan, and I was like, okay, let's find a nicer looking, a nicer voice that kind of fits the theme of a dragon, and it just was not what I wanted.
Velkomin Bossadron _
Hello, hello.
1279.
Yeah, let's go. The one thing with my Wizard 101 videos, you will not hear me swear in these videos at all. You won't hear me use any foul language or anything, because this is, you know, a kid-oriented game. And so when I play this game... Did he already do this one too? I like to upload these to YouTube for kids to be able to watch. And clearly, you know, I don't want kids listening to swearing and foul language and dirty this, and that, and the other, so... Hey, Wheels, thank you for the follow. Just playing some Wizard 101 with a twist. It is a no gear fire challenge. Oh, they already got ahead of me. So we're gonna go right over to the boss. No gear fire wizard challenge. So we are, if you watch the video from, or watch it from earlier, we're playing Wizard 101 with no gear. A minimal amount for some exceptions because of some rules changes and some game changes over the years, but nothing that boosts stats. Nothing that greatly boosts stats. We have a little bit to our healing, but again, watch the earlier video for the, or watch the earlier part of the video for the explanation on that. So yeah, we're just working through a dungeon right now. We've got a couple of random people giving me assistance because no gear makes it tough, man. I am significantly over-leveled for the area, and I am still struggling. It's almost as bad as watching Sparty play Elden Ring and try to take on a giant bear that he is not prepared for. No offense, Sparty. So Wizard 101 has 7 different schools for the base game. You can pick to be a fire wizard, a life wizard, a death wizard, a myth wizard, balance wizard, storm wizard, or ice. Each school has their pros, each school has their cons. The first time you play, they make you take the test, and depending on how you answer the questions determines whether you're fire or death or ice or whatever. After that, if you want to choose something different, you can choose something different.
And vowed never to upset it again.
Alright, so we completed that dungeon. I appreciate Oscar's help. I am going to Leave him on the friends list for now. Yeah, that bear was definitely no joke.
Fang.
Ah, the Fang.
Excellent. Now we can proceed.
So,
You may wonder, young wizard, why we caused the great sleep.
what we're at currently in the
Truth is,
storyline,
we felt we had no choice. Once we realized the
we are trying to
stolen.
resurrect the Order of the Fang to help us deal with the big bad evil guy named Malistaire. Dealing with I lost my train of thought. But anyways, so Malistaire used to be the Death School professor. Hey Tony, welcome in, welcome in. So Malistaire used to be the Death School professor. His wife, Sylvia, was the Life School professor of Ravenwood City, or Ravenwood School of Magic at the time. She got very, very ill, like terminally ill. Malistaire, being a Death School professor, which their Death School is necromancy, as it is, Malistaire said, hey, like, we have the magical capability to save her from dying. Can you guys help me with this? And the other professors refused to help. And Merle Ambrose, the headmaster, said, like, we can't. It goes against the laws of magic. It goes against what we've said is allowable. It goes against the natural balance, the natural order of things. We can't. Like, I'm so sorry. I feel bad that she's sick. I feel bad that she doesn't have much time, but there's nothing that we can do about it. And so Sylvia died. And it drove Malistaire mad. Mad enough to the point where he tore the Death School from Ravenwood, crashed it into Nightside, which, if we go back to Wizard City, I'll show you guys that. He left. He left the school. He resigned as the professor. He said, nope, I'm not doing it anymore. You people are impossible. I can't believe that you would let this happen. And he started looking for forbidden magic, forbidden rituals to bring his wife back. And so what we're doing is we're attempting to catch up to him as he's on this journey, and stop him from doing just that. Because in doing that, again, he'll mess up the natural order, and everything will go to... It'll create chaos. A little bit of a spoiler. Part of his ritual requires resurrecting the Dragon Titan. So at the beginning of everything, there were 3 Titans: the Fire Titan, the Ice Titan, and the Storm Titan. That's it. That's what existed. The Fire Titans were the dragons, the Ice Titans were the giants, the Storm Titans were the Tritons. They each battled each other. They each, defeated, almost completely obliterated their race, except for one of each. Ymir, the Frost Giant, King Triton, and the Dragon Titan, which does not have a name. So, yeah, it, Alright, sounds good, Sparty. So it definitely became a big thing. So our job is finding Malistaire and stopping him before he can do what he wants to do. So part of that journey, we are resurrecting the Order of the Fang, looking for the Croconomicon, which apparently we're just finding out it's been stolen.
I hope you do not feel misled. I question the wisdom of ever writing such a dangerous
The
book.
Croconomicon is,
Now you understand
I mean, if you
why
guys have ever
those
heard of like the
foolish things.
Necronomicon, it's basically the same thing. Book of the Dead, used for ancient rituals to revive the dead.
We know Crokhotep, the ruling Tut of the Sphinx,
As the Sphinx last controlled the Croconomicon. I know him well.
He's certain to be hiding behind guards in the Emperor's retreat. Meet me inside and we will find a way to defeat him.
Alright. I want to turn my volume up a little for dialogue here. Alright.
So, you feel you are worthy
You are worthy of entering the Emperor's retreat, not on your life, you lowly worm. So, Krokotopia is based on Egypt, ancient Egypt. So the main bosses all have like recognizable names if you really think about it. So we defeated, in the Pyramid of the Sun, we defeated Krakenkamen. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. Krakenkamen, Tutankhamun. Here in the Krokosphinx, the second of the three major zones, we are defeating Krokotep, Imhotep, and in the Tomb of Storms, the third and final of the major areas of this game, we will be defeating a lady by the name of Crocopatra. Again, pretty straightforward, Cleopatra. I absolutely love the references that they make in this game. There are so many real world pop culture references that it's just absolutely amazing.
You can replay this dungeon, allowing you to gain additional unique loot, but only if you survive.
Alright, the greatest warrior.
There was once a great champion of the arena. This fighter was so great that even in his old age he was undefeatable.
We have a side
Not
quest
a
to do.
single challenger could touch him. Because of this, he sealed
himself away so that one day someone would come forth and be a worthy opponent.
Many have tried to defeat him, but none have succeeded thus far. I think
you may be able to do it, though. Gather the statuettes carried by the hall servants in the Champion's Hall. Using these and some other things, I will be able to let you summon and challenge him. Alright. Hall Servant. Hall of Champions. Where is that? Oh, okay, so we're going back in here. Side quest! Side quest! There are so many side quests, it's absolutely ridiculous. Which is good, though, in a way. Some of the side quests are important to do. There's crafting side quests, there's, gameplay side quests. Some of the side quests, I'm not gonna do on this character. Sorry, I got an itch. Some of the side quests I'm not gonna do on this character because it's just kind of like extra activity things that I already do on like 3 other wizards. So there's side quests for fishing, there's side quests for gardening, I can, at some point, maybe do them. The only one that I have to do, because it also affects directly gameplay, is crafting. So I will be doing the crafting side quests. And because the photomancy side quests are not difficult to do, it's literally just taking pictures. I'll do the photomancy side quest as well. Yeah, they even have a special magic for taking pictures in this game called photomancy. Like, that's pretty cool. Alright, so we need to defeat these guys and collect some little statuettes. We need 4 of them, so we'll have to defeat, hopefully just 4, if the drop rate is 1 to 1. Sometimes it is, sometimes it is not. They've made it better, but much later on, there's a world where you need to collect, I think it's staves for an item, or for a quest. And the drop rate was quite literally like 30%. Oh, don't put a fire shield up. Ah, that makes it harder for me. I'm fire school, so fire shields interfere with my spells. Because it's a resistance. But yeah, no, the drop rate was, like, ridiculously low. You needed to collect, like, 3 of the item. And I kid you not, it took me... I don't know, it took me almost a full day to get 3, because the drop rate was just that bad. Which you think would still make it, you know, even at, say, 30%, all you'd have to do is, you know, every 3 battles, but for whatever reason, the 30% drop rate was, like, affecting me at more of, like, a 0.3% drop rate or something. Alright. So going back to the different schools and the pros and cons of the schools. So there's 7 base schools. Fire, Ice, Storm, Life, Myth, and Death, and then Balance. Get rid of a couple of spells here. So, we'll start with the school that I'm playing now, which is the Fire School. Fire has reasonable health. They have some pretty heavy attacks. They are the most notably known for their area of effect attacks, so attacks that hit multiple enemies, and their damage over time attacks. That being said, their overall resistance isn't that great. They have a little bit lower resistance rating versus a lot of the other schools. They also have a little bit lower critical rating, I believe, over a lot of the other schools. Hey, that's 2 of 4. Alright, we need to get some health, and then we can take on these other 2 Hall Servants. I could use one of these potions to just instantly regain health, but floating around in here are health wisps, these little red balls of light, and those will regenerate my health just fine. I like to save potions for boss battles. Dungeons, you know. So yeah, so that's fire. The next one, since we're dealing with ice enemies right now, the Ice School. So the Ice School, their benefit is they have one of the highest HP ratings in the game. So they have a lot of health. They also have a very, very high resistance. So it takes a lot to take down some ice enemies when you're playing as a wizard of the Ice School. It takes a lot for enemies to take you down in PvP, which I'm not a big fan of PvP, but, you know, PvP-wise, Ice is a good resistant school. Next school would be Storm. Storm is like your lightning and rain and thunder spells. Sounds pretty straightforward, I think. So Storm, they are the heaviest hitters. They have the spells that can do absolutely unimaginable amounts of damage. They were one of the first schools to be able to cross that 1 million damage threshold for the badge that they have. The trade-off, they couldn't make it a heavy hitter that could basically hit all the time. I mean, you look a lot of my regular fire spells. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh. I apologize. So, there was a trade-off. 2 trade-offs, actually. Storm has the lowest the lowest accuracy in the game. Sorry, not resistance. The lowest accuracy in the game. They can't hit very well. Now later on, you can gain items and gear and things like that to boost your accuracy. But the baseline accuracy for Storm is relatively low compared to the rest of them. I think some of the spells have like a 60% accuracy rating. It's absolutely wild. And they also have the lowest health in the game. Again, that can be modified with pets and gear, jewels to attach to the gear, special items, yada yada. But, so, the lowest health and the lowest accuracy. So when they can hit, I mean, it's generally one and done. It's being able to hit that's difficult for them. So that is the elemental schools handled. The next 3 schools are the spirit schools. So you've got life, myth, and death, which is my favorite. So life schools, they are, as the name suggests, they are the healers of the group. Healing spells that affect the whole party, healing spells that affect just themselves or individual players, healing spells that do a heal over time, similar to what this is doing right here. That's what that means with that little diamond, is it's a bonus and it's over time. Up until recently, that also meant that they sacrificed good attacks. They had a couple of decent ones, but for the most part, attacking was not their forte. Life school was always meant initially to be a support school, never meant to be an attacker. Nowadays, again, with the changes and stuff, especially with the addition of the Archmastery that I was talking about, now it's not necessarily the case. It's still not 100%, but, you know. I'm gonna take a risk here. This spell does damage to myself, but then does a significant amount of damage to the enemy. I'm hoping it's enough. Nope. Not even close. Oh, please don't hurt me. That might hurt. Oof. Alright, we're good. We're okay. Again, that's that ice attacks are not that strong, because they have high resistance. Okay. So yeah, Life was the healer of the group. Next is Myth. Myth, I know, seems like a weird school to have. The other ones kind of all make sense. Fire is fire, ice is ice, storm is storm. Life is life. Myth. So Myth is quite literally about, you know, the mythical creatures, the legendaries, of folklore. Hey, Symphony! Hello, welcome in. So Myth... We had... Yeah, probably. Willow's at the farmer's market right now, but, probably later, if she's feeling up to it, we definitely could play some more Repo. Just playing some Wizard 101 right now, Symphony, going over the schools, and their pros and cons for each school. So, we got through Fire, Ice, and Storm, we got through Life, we're on Myth. Myth, like I said, a lot about the mythical creatures, the legends, the folklore, type monsters. So Myth school spells would include things like Cerberus, Trolls, Cyclops, and So myths, pros are they can summon those myths and legends as minions to assist them. So they were one of the first schools that could really do reasonably well with soloing, because you were never truly alone. All you'd need is a couple of pips, and you'd have a Cyclops fighting with you. You'd have a Minotaur fighting with you. You'd have a Troll fighting with you. You know. They were also the primary stunner of the group, so they had a lot of paralyzing spells. I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually know what the con for the Myth School was. I think it's that a lot of their spells, a lot of their good spells cost a lot of pips. The other thing too, Myth School spells, there's only like 2 spells that are area of effect spells. So it was really reliant on your minion that you summoned helping you defeat those monsters, because you really had to go, I gotta get this guy, then I gotta get this guy, then I gotta get this guy. Where a lot of the other schools can go, okay, you know, fire for instance, my fire school, 4 pips, hit all the enemies. I got another fire spell, 4 pips, hit all the enemies, you know. Myth had 1 at 4 and 1 at 7, and not a lot of other ones. And their spells overall don't do a whole lot of damage. You can get cheaper spells in other schools that do about the same amount of damage. And that's because they believed, you know, you're going to cast a minion, you don't need to do as much damage because your minion's going to be helping you. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. The minions, they're pre-programmed, and they don't always have the greatest of intuition on what to do, what to cast, things like that. I've had minions that 3 rounds in a row, they're putting blades on me to boost my attack, or shields to boost my defense. And it's like, no, I need you to... Can you hit this guy? Can you help me get rid of him?
We have the first requirement to summon the great champion.
And now we need the second. For this, we need a
we
weapon.
need a weapon
Oh, we gotta
of
go
great
take on Bort Malletmane again. Alright.
Thar. Bort Malletmane's hammer is the only weapon powerful enough for the job.
So that brings us, we've done Fire, Ice, Storm, Life, and Myth. That brings us to the 6th school. My personal favorite, the Death School. As the name suggests, the Death School is about necromancy. And the pros and cons of the Death School are pretty straightforward. So the pros of the Death School: you can siphon off your enemy's health with some spells that will allow you to do so. You hit them, it does damage, and it'll do anything from, I think it's like 40 to 60% of the damage you deal comes back to you as health gained. The trade-off for that, Death School attacks do not do as much damage as they could, because they figure, well, you know, you're gonna last long enough, you just keep hitting them.
You don't even have the showmanship to be a star like me. Really? You are no warrior.
Except I already defeated you once, dude, so I don't know what you're throwing a fit for. So yeah, I mean, the Death School pros and cons are pretty straightforward. You get spells that let you gain health. Your spells don't do as much damage as some of the other schools. Okay, that's a decent trade-off. I'd take that. You also have a lower base health because they figure, well, you're gonna survive longer anyways, so it's not like we need to give you that base health. That last brings us to, the Balance School. The Balance School. So Fire, Ice, and Storm are considered the Element Schools. Life, Myth, and Death considered the Spirit Schools, and then there's Balance. Balance is the non-aligned school. It's not Element, it's not Spirit. Now, bonuses of Balance. You get spells that, damage a lot of the schools. You get spells that give you bonuses against a lot of the enemies. So you can get spells that will do Fire, Ice, or Storm damage. You get spells that will do Life, Myth, or Death damage. So you get you get to play with all the types of magic. You get a lot of boosters. I mean, for instance, this Elemental Trap spell. This is a Balance School spell. You get Elemental Blade, Spirit Blades, Spirit Trap, the Balance Blade, the Dragon Blade, the Hex spell. You get a lot of buffing spells, and spells that do damage regardless of what kind of school it is. That's pretty beneficial. You can take on just about any enemy, sorry. Brain missed a word there. The trade-off, your Balance School spells, the ones that are not a particular type, do not have any kind of boost. So if you're taking on a Death School enemy, and you use a Balance type spell, there's no boost to it. There's no resistance either. So, you know, if you're taking on Life School enemies as a Death Wizard, you get a bonus. If you're taking on, later on, if you're taking on Myth School enemies as a Death Wizard, you get a bonus. I don't know the specifics or why the semantics of it, or why that works, but that's what it is. If you're a Fire Wizard and you're taking on Ice, you get Ice.
Välkommen till
Bonus. If you're a Life Wizard taking on Death, you get Life Boost.
Välkommen till
Hey, Dr. Pep. The Dr. Pep. I like the name. I am a big Dr. Pepper fanatic myself. So yeah, the pretty big negative, in my opinion, on the Balance School, that you don't get those bonuses. It really makes it harder, which is why Balance Wizards are like one of the least played wizards of the entire game. So those are the 7 schools, the positives, the negatives. Like I said, my favorite has always been the Death School. I've played a Balance Wizard just to give it a try. This is technically my second Fire Wizard. I've done Myth. I have a Life Wizard because my friend and I have this friend I've been playing this game for a long time with. We swapped roles. Because it was always, I was the Death Wizard, she was the Life Wizard. And we were like, hey, let's try doing it the other way. So we started over. I was a Life Wizard, and she was the Death Wizard. But my favorite has always been Death. Why am I... Stop. There we go. My shift button was sticking.
Excellent. Now
there is only one thing remaining. Some soul. Oh, do I have to go back into the... Yeah, I have to go back into the vault. Soul dust.
No small amount, though. We'll need enough to light these 3 braziers.
So the Dr. Pep, what is this? care. Abort.
Retrieve for me the soul dust from the 3
Okay, so we gotta go back into the Vault of
They should
Ice
provide enough for the
and regain
Braziers.
and take the soul dust. Yeah, yeah, more or less. That would be the closest thing I've got to that right now is the Meteor Strike spell. But that's as it sounds. It's meteors coming down. Alright, so back into the Vault of Ice to gather some soul dust. Let's see if I can handle this on my own. So, Dr. Pep, I was just explaining the positives and negatives of the 7 base schools. There's some added school stuff that doesn't really matter at this point, and I'll explain it when I get to that point in the game. But, just going over the basics for now.
But wait.
That's fine.
Next, you must show
I have to
cunning
defeat
as
the
well
three.
as might
I have to
and
defeat
solve
the
their
3 Guardians again.
riddles.
So this is my No Gear Wizard. If you go back and watch the other videos, this is episode 13 in the series. The other ones are on my YouTube channel. What the? Why does it say I'm not logged in? I can't type in my own chat because it says I'm not logged in. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a moment. It won't let me type in my own chat because it says I'm not logged in. Which is weird, but okay. Let's try this again. There.
Velkommet
Alright.
Keisarsvatn News.
There. So yeah, I mean, this is episode 13. If you want to check out the other ones, I just posted my YouTube channel in the Discord, or the Discord, the stream chat there. So go check it out. You know, you can see the progress of this journey. You'll hear me repeat quite a bit about like how the different schools work. That's because I get new people in each video, and I want people to know what's going on. So,
Fair is foul and foul is fair. Try and take this fang if you so dare.
but we are doing a no gear challenge. I've been playing this game for so long, I thought I'd try something else out. Alright, so I need to defeat this Protector of the Fang and gather the dust that she has. Let's see here. I'm gonna get rid of these basic spells for now. Might have another stream later. Play some Repo. So, look for that. I'm trying to get my last couple of average viewer days for push to affiliate. I've got 2 out of 4. Usually I've got some pretty garbage internet, but I am not where I usually am this weekend, and so the internet is great, so I thought I'd take advantage of it. So, you know, hang out for the whole video if you want. Don't hang out if you don't want to. No pressure at all, but the support would be greatly appreciated from everybody. I'll be right back. Oh, that was not enough. Okay. It was a good hit, though. So yeah, the, obviously there's never, ever any kind of pressure, but the support would be appreciated to help me get these last couple of days in. we're almost there. I've got everything but the average viewers, and recently, a few weeks ago now, I met just by watching streams. I met this guy who has been an amazing support. And I've become a big part of his community now too. Everybody knows who I am when I stop in. You guys know him, well, most of you do. Maiden, you probably don't, but and Symphony, you don't either. But no, his name is, well, his streaming name is the Norseman. And he and his community have drastically changed my my impact on the streaming world. In the last 2 weeks, I went from like 30 followers to now I'm just over 90. Like maybe 3 weeks, but the point is, like, I've met a lot of cool people through him. Sparty, I met you through him. CJ, who Sparty knows, I met him. There are so many cool people that each even have their own communities on top of his. You know, the support is just amazing. I am probably gonna die if that DOT hits me before the heal hits me. If that damage over time hits me before that heal hits me, I'm gonna die. No, yeah. I mean, even if this hits me, I'm gonna, yeah. I'm gonna die. We're gonna have to try again. So these are the things I run into with the no gear challenge, is, if I had gear, if I had things boosting my stats, that would have been no problem whatsoever. First death of the episode. But yeah, so, I didn't think it would be possible for me to get this close to making that affiliate goal, but meeting Norse and Norse's community, and then the communities that the people that are part of his community even have themselves, has just been phenomenal and so great. I mean, I was having a rough day and not thinking that I could get anywhere because the internet at home, it is not what it should be. It really is not. Not for streaming anyways, you know? If you're watching a movie, you're, you know, playing a video game, whatever, it's perfectly fine. But in terms of, like, doing this, not a chance. And they urged me, hey, you know, it doesn't matter. We're here to support you. Even if this video is garbage from looks, you're doing what you want to do. You're doing what you want to try. Just do it. And I was like, all right, well, you know, if you really want me to, or if you really think I should just go for it anyways, because I like streaming, I just hate that I don't like giving out garbage quality. And so I get to this point where I would rather just not, rather than take the risk of having something that is absolutely atrocious. And part of that is some self-worth issues that I've dealt with because of things when I was growing up. But they were like, no, it's fine. Like, we'll be there to support you. Just, you know, if you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to, don't do it. We're not going to force you. But if you want to, we'll support you. We'll be there to help you. It doesn't matter the quality. It matters about the support. And I said, okay. We were playing Repo. I think it was Repo. I'm pretty sure it was Repo. Yeah, it was Repo. We were playing Repo, and, it was me and my friend Willow and another friend of mine, Dragonfly, and I think our friend Chris as well was there. I can't say for sure. And I started the stream. And from a viewer standpoint, it was literally unwatchable. You couldn't. The audio was an hour behind. Or the video, rather, was an hour behind the audio. What I was seeing was, or what I was doing was not what people were seeing. And it literally was so bad that you would see like every 15-20 frames. So it was very choppy. It was hard to tell what was going on in the game. At some points, you couldn't even tell that there was anything going on in the game. And it started with 2 people. And then I think it was up to 6. And then it was up to 15. And then it was up to, I think the max out, I think I hit 21 people in that stream. 23 people. 23 people watching me play this game. Unable to actually watch what I'm doing. Unable to really hear what it is that I'm doing. But they were there to support me. To support the journey that I'm on. And that really took a lot. That meant a lot. I mean, it takes a good kind of person to be willing to deal with that kind of stuff for the benefit of another person. Not a lot of people do that. And that was day 1. Day 2 wasn't nearly as many, but, you know, I still got, I don't know, probably 7 or 8. So I'm going for, hopefully today, a day 3. Maybe a day 4 this weekend as well. But it's entirely up to the people, you know? They'll do what they want to do. There's never any pressure.
'Tis the thing you've come to claim as your own. Tamper with me, little wizard, and I'll turn you to stone.
Just the fact that I've been able to get where I've gotten currently is just... It's phenomenal. And I've been so appreciative of all the people that have helped me thus far. And I've given back to them. You know, I've supported Norse in his streams. I've supported you, Sparty, in a couple of your streams. I've given back to those people that have told me, hey, look, like, this stuff is gonna happen. You're gonna have times where it's not gonna be the quality that you want it to be. But if you're really passionate about doing it, just do it. Right, exactly. You get it, Sparty. Like, it's all about supporting each other. And I am so appreciative of that from all of you guys. I apologize. My rant is over. I'm getting teary-eyed here just talking about it. But it's really meant a lot to me these last couple of weeks. I didn't think that I would ever find that kind of support that I've been looking for, or that I needed. Right, stronger together for sure. These guys are just relentless. Like, I need to win this so I can continue on. This is why no gear is so hard. There's no reason I shouldn't have beaten these guys already, but I don't have the boosts to my stats. Come on, come on. At least get one of them. Yeah, I got the ghost. Alright, now I just gotta get the Banshee. I need to heal first. I'll take a turn to heal up so I don't die. Okay, what do I want to do? I have 2 pips. So that's Arch Mastery. This is the perfect example. I have 2 pips. See these little white dots at the bottom of my screen here. But as you can see, I can't cast this 2-pip spell. I can't cast this 2-pip spell. I can't cast this 2-pip spell. Because Arch Mastery requires me to have a Balance Pip to cast that one, an actual Fire Pip to cast that one, Balance Pip to cast the other one. I can't just use the fact that I've got 2 pips. Now, it didn't used to be like that. They changed that. That was not the case initially when I first started playing this game. So, like, look at this. This is a 4-pip fire spell. I now have 2 regular pips and a power pip, which counts for 2. I can cast this 4-pip spell because it doesn't require any special pips. I cannot cast this 2-pip spell because it requires that I have a fire pip. I can't cast this 2-pip spell because it requires I have a balance pip. That's the Arch Mastery side of things. And so that's why the rules were changed for the No Gear Challenge to allow you gear that will give you those pips. That gives you that. Here, we'll go to that particular. The gear that you can put the jewels on that will give you that Arch Mastery rating, so that you can gain those pips. Because the spells became unusable when they added in Arch Mastery and the school-specific pips. Now, in between battles, you can set what that base school-specific pip is. So, this is Arch Mastery, school set to fire. You can choose life, myth, death, balance, fire, ice, storm, depending on what you need. Now, fire is the easiest for me because I'm fire school. If I wanted to cast a balance spell that I have in my deck, like for instance this Ninja Piglets, as you can see, has the little balance symbol next to that number 2, then I just change this to balance. See how that symbol changed to the balance symbol? In battle, it's a little different. I'll show you that in the next battle that I'm in here. I went to sleep at 7. 7 o'clock at night or 7 o'clock in the morning? Why does it say I have 6 viewers? I don't know. Oh. Yeah, I've done that. I've done that. You cram a couple of cans of caffeine and you'll be fine. I had a day, I went to bed at 5, woke up at 7 for work. So I definitely feel that, Symphony. Alright, so we defeated one Guardian for Dust. That was that one. So let's go take on this one over here. This is the one I think that defeated us the first time. Day 3 for real. Alright. So we're technically doing this zone twice. We did it once just to actually do the dungeon. Now we're doing it a second time to gain the items that I need for a side quest. Alright, let's see if we can get this guy. Let's get this guy! Nice to meet you. Yeah, okay, Pando. That's fine. Alright, get rid of the blood bat. Fire trap. We need to boost the damage on the Guardian of the Fang this time a little bit more. See if we can get him one shot. Don't do that. I don't need your ghostly whatever all over me. That's very weird. Stay over on your side of the battlefield, man. Alright. We'll save the Pixie, the Locust Swarm. I'm gonna end up getting rid of this because I almost never use these 3 pips now. And that will help me kind of balance out my deck to be able to get the spells that I want. Right now, I've got a little bit of everything. And it's definitely not benefiting me to do so. There it is. So let's throw an Elemental Trap on the Guardian of the Fang. And then next turn, we'll do a Meteor Strike. So if anybody is interested in trying this game, it is free to play up to a certain point. And there are still a lot of things you can do as far as like weekly events, even after you've hit that point for free to play. You played for 15 minutes. Yeah, they have weekly events that are also in the free to play area. For people that enjoy it, there are a couple of different routes that you can go for continued play. If you were like, that's kind of cool, you know, I might play it here and there. What you can do is you can pay for their in-game currency. I'm sorry to hear you got stuck, man. This is never good. Alright, he's only got 10 health. We'll throw a little imp at him. So you can pay for their in-game currency and buy... Oh, dang it. Of course he would do that. Well, he'll only get half of that, so it's okay. You can buy the areas. Once you buy an area, it's unlocked forever. As long as you have that account, as long as you have that character, that area is unlocked forever. There's 2. Need to regain some health and then go for the 3rd one. Protector of the Fangs, that one down there. Yep, okay. There's no kill like overkill. Right, exactly. Overkill is the way to go. So the next option, if you want to play a little more frequently, but you're not sure how consistent you'll be, they do offer various monthly plans. I think there's a 1 month, you can, pay per month. You can pay for every 3 months, you can pay for every 6 months, depending on what you want to do. And you can set it up to auto-renew, or you can set it up to, you just buy the month, and then, let's say you're not going to play for a month or 2, then you can buy another month. That's if you're a little bit more consistent when you play, but you're not consistent in playing. The last option is the option that I choose, because I play so frequently and so consistently, and I'm constantly, continuing this journey or doing the weekly events on my primary wizard or trying other stuff. There is the annual membership. Now, the annual membership runs... the comparison is the monthly membership is $10 a month. The annual membership is $80 for the year. So you do the math. If you bought the monthly membership every month for 12 months, you're paying $120. You buy the annual, you're paying $80. Savings of $40. And occasionally during the summer, usually the summer, sometimes not the summer, but usually the summer, they also have a deal to... Let's get rid of this and this and that one. They have a deal to that offers the annual membership for $60 a month, or $60 a year, rather. Well, for that year. It doesn't carry over continuously, just for the 1 year until you're due for renewal. So I think the annual membership is always the way to go, unless you're super inconsistent in playing. Sorry, give me a second. Because I've been playing this since 2008, the annual membership just makes sense for me. So, yeah, I encourage anybody, if you want to give it a try, give it a try. You know, there's no harm in trying it, and if you don't like it, then you stop playing. If you like it, then you can choose how you want to go about continuing to play the game. Oh, look, see, we got a fire pip. So that's the school spell, the school pips I was talking about. So any of the spells that have the little red fire pip next to the number for the total pips it costs, I can now play, because I got that one fire pip. Ooh, I'm gonna join this quest real quick from Ada. Alright. Quest. Yeah, so... I find it fun. I find it kind of a nice, you know, it's not a really overly stressful game. I find it as a nice escape from Call of Duty or, you know, Repo even, you know, things like that. It's just, it's not a stressful game. You know, if you do PvP, it can be stressful. I don't do PvP. I only do PvE. I should heal. I should heal. Next time, Symphony. Next time. Lush green fields extend before you, the grass waving in a gentle breeze. As you descend a hill, you suddenly spot a divine goose. Ooh, divine goose. The goose honks. I took 9 damage from a goose honking at me. Oh no, I might die. Tire Swap Genius has fallen. The party has been defeated. Oh no. I don't know how to heal my characters. I gotta go back under Ada's commands on their Discord and see what you can do. The goose must be a Canadian goose. They're very dangerous. Yeah, maybe. This... I'm probably gonna have to redo this fight, because I don't know that I'm gonna survive this. That's an angry goose. I know, right? It honked at me with a powerful enough honk to cause me damage. Whoa. No. That was not supposed to happen. I don't know why Stream Elements decided to do that. It wasn't me. It was automatically done by Stream Elements. I actually won. I survived and I won. I don't know why Stream Elements decided to ban you. Let me see if I might be able to do something so that that can't happen. Banned for clipping. That is so weird. I don't know why it would do that. Yeah, Symphony, I don't know why it did that to you. Let's do this. Yeah, it just says Stream Elements banned you with reason, no links allowed. Automated by Stream Elements. I don't know why it did that. Let's do that, Symphony, and see if that protects you from Stream Elements in the future. And I may end up unmodding Stream Elements, or changing what they have the ability to do. That's good. That's good. I am so sorry that it did that to you. I don't know why. Stream Elements has a mind of their own sometimes. I will mess with the role of the bot later and see if I can. I know, right? Like, what the heck, Sparty? I might mess with Stream Elements mod permissions and remove the ability for it to ban people. I have enough moderators that I trust to determine whether somebody needs to be banned or not. So, actually, let me... No, I'll do it later. Alright, so we've gotten the dust that we needed. Now that we've gotten the dust, let's continue on with summoning. Summoning. Hey, that's Willow's emote. What are you doing with that?
Excellent. Now we have all the necessary components.
King of the Pit. The time has now come to summon the great champion.
Use the soul dust in the 3 braziers to light them. I shall use the other items to amplify their magic and summon him.
Alright.
As you light the braziers,
should we take on the big old Minotaur?
Around them to magnify the power. Good luck.
What do you think? Grommash Great Axe or head to the Emperor's Retreat? Symphony says, take it on. Sparty, you want to see something that, well, it's not nearly the size of that bear, but you want to see something that's reminiscent of taking on that bear? Especially when you have no gear. Actually, this is relatively mild compared to some of the other stuff. Alright, so we're gonna light up these braziers. Place the little statuettes around the braziers. As you can see... Oh, he's got a couple of buddies with him. I see. Yeah, this is gonna be a beatdown. It's not just the Minotaur, it's 2 croc dudes, too. Oh, we got somebody giving us a hand here. Darien Jungle Tamer, the Necromancer. Alright. So not only do I gotta take on this Minotaur, I gotta take on these 2 croc dudes, too. Good. Great. Awesome. Look at that health! 1,600 health! 1,600 health! I'm pretty sure that's the most I've had to deal with so far. He has 700 more health than I have. I am afraid. Alright, let's get rid of this guy right away. One less attack to deal with. Ooh, he fizzled. Oh, thank you. So I think what I'll do, it's been a little over an hour. I'll beat this guy, and depending on how long or short it is, I will do the Emperor's Retreat. And that will be 2 zones this video. And then I think maybe I will call it on this one. Let's see, what do I want to do here? I'll pass for now. And then I'll go play some Fortnite. Or something. Maybe some Fortnite. Just to pass some time. Because I got nothing going on today. Sparty, you playing more Elden Ring today? Alright. This guy is going to be tough. 1600. I think having Darian here to help me will be great, but 1600 HP. I guess this might be more like me, me taking on this Minotaur is like you taking on that troll from last night, Sparty. Not so much the giant bear, but more like the troll. Okay, we'll do this. Hephaestus! Smash him with your hammer! Oh, Fireblade. Okay. And then we create a bubble. So these bubbles have various things. This one, as you can tell, is a fire bubble. What it does is it boosts my, any fire spell, not just my fire spells, but any fire spells that are casted, are boosted by 25% for as long as that bubble lasts. And that bubble has no expiration on it. It requires somebody else casting a bubble over it. So it's like having an extra boost to my attacks. I don't need 2 of these. I don't need the Fire Cat. I'm doing good on health for now. I don't care about the bugs right now. Yeah, it takes like a... I downloaded it and it was like 100 and something gigabytes of space, 138 gigs of space or something, so make sure you got the space for it. Very nice, good job. Thanks for the assist, Darian. So, I'm doing this no gear challenge, but I
That was
never...
quite the fight. You are much stronger than I ever expected.
I never said anything about assistance from friends. Yeah, I need to upgrade my 1 terabyte solid state in my laptop to a 2 terabyte or 3 terabyte if it's possible. Not because of more games, but I had to delete off of my computer all of the recorded, the saved recordings, because I didn't have anywhere to put them, and it was taking up like 200 gigs of space for my recorded videos. Now, they're all on my YouTube channel, so if there's a way I can re-download them from YouTube onto my computer, I can do that, but... yeah, I know, but I don't have the money for it, Symphony. I'm spending money on tools for work and things for my daughter. I don't have the money to buy external drives. Priorities, man. Alright, so we're gonna start and hopefully finish the Emperor's Retreat. I don't remember how long this was. So yeah, I had to get rid of like, I think it was 180 gigabytes actually. 180 gigs of videos off my computer yesterday, so that I had a good cushion for installing Fortnite. I have an external drive that's a 1.5 terabyte, but it's like, it's so old I don't even know if it actually works or not. Okay, okay. And that's an external. No. Internal, okay. That's not terrible. Maybe I'll put that as like my first, if and when I hit affiliate, maybe I'll put that as my first goal, is getting a new solid state drive for my laptop. Oh, also, is that, I suppose I should specify, can you use that in a laptop? I need an internal solid state drive that's compatible with my, my laptop. Oh, I can revive myself. Okay, I didn't know I could do that. Focuses his spirit and attempts to return life to his body. Unfortunately, he remains a lifeless corpse. Maybe someone will try to... exclamation revive him. Oh, Sparty's gonna join. So you got 3 classes you could choose from Sparty. Guardian, Empath, and Seer. I don't know the specifics on it, but there's a link there for information later on. Why? Stream Elements was not... oh my god. Stream Elements is gonna make me mad today. Unban. Oops. I will have to look into it later. That's the second time now. I am so sorry. Do I need to re-add Ada Art? No, I shouldn't have to re-add it. Yeah. There. Now it shouldn't be able to be banned. I should probably... I'm gonna take a quick short hiatus. I'm not leaving the game. I'm just gonna take a quick short hiatus to try and fix Stream Elements, what they're capable of doing. So, bear with me for a moment. They added this feature into the game that allows you to spin, so that you don't disconnect from the game, which I really enjoy. So, bear with me for a moment. I'm just going to try and fix this so that I don't have to keep dealing with this, because I do not need Stream Elements just getting rid of whoever they want to get rid of. It's just getting rid of whoever they want to get rid of. It's just getting... Alright,
Naked Tome Etu. Imt Yereken.
it's probably under permissions. Hold on. Yeah, give me just a minute here. Settings, moderation, rules manager activity, followers list. What if I just... I think I'm just going to take Stream Elements off as a moderator for now. Yeah, I'm just gonna remove, until I can figure it out, I'm just gonna remove Stream Elements as a moderator for now. That's what we're gonna do. Alright. Alright. I apologize. So, the next time Ada pops up, Ada should be good to go. Hey, Fluffy! Welcome in, welcome in. I was dealing with an issue with Stream Elements being too harsh of a moderator, so I've removed Stream Elements as a moderator. Okay, so let me make sure that Ada is still here. Yes. And still enabled. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Stream Elements banned one of my friends because he clipped part of my video. And then Stream Elements banned my little RPG bot because it tried to do the setup, or tried to show the link for what the different classes in
place
Ada
is
RPG
heavily
do.
guarded.
So
Commander's toil
I
locked
unmodded
Hotep
Stream
relaxes
Elements
in his chamber.
and modded Ada to
Hotep is known for his
hopefully
intricate defenses. You will find 2 guardians at the first
mitigate
gate,
that issue.
both princes of the Sakwi family.
Yeah, don't you go commenting right now, Stream Elements. You know what? You should go on timeout for a little bit.
Even with balance, I would not stand a chance at my age. Please fight bravely to defeat them and return to me safely.
Oh, I didn't actually mean to. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Symphony, I didn't actually mean to, but alright. 10 minutes, that's fine. Okay. Yeah. I was not expecting you to actually... Thanks, Symphony, I appreciate you. Oh, that's great. Okay, so we've got to defeat the 4 princes. Yeah, and indirectly punishing, Sparty, too, because he didn't even get to go on the quest because Ada got banned. Alright, so we gotta defeat the 4 princes. Prince Shootin' Shokwe.
I had hoped to face a mighty warrior,
Mighty warrior to test my skills, but you showed up instead. Hardly worth the efforts of a prince. Yeah, let's see if you'll be singing a different tune when I'm done with you, Suitin'. That guy's just wandering around. You gonna join us, or you gonna... Yeah, there we go. Jesus. Anybody else see that? He was like, I'm just gonna go this way. Okay, I guess I'll join the fight. Also... Yeah, right? I'm having some, like, audio setting weird things happen. So just let me know if you guys are hearing, like, doubles. I've had this issue before where there's, like, it sounds like there's an echo because of some audio setting things, and I adjusted it, and it was good, and then all of a sudden, like, some things went weird, and then all of a sudden there was no game audio. So just, you know, if you hear a double of audio, let me know, and I will try to fix that. Ooh. That was a bad fizzle. Me and the game only? Okay, good. But it's not like double. That was the issue I was having, is you could hear me, and you could hear the game, and you could hear the game again. So, that was my concern. Cool. Yeah, we're all screwed as Stream Elements. That's so true, man. That is so true. Oh gosh. Let's try this again. Get rid of that card. Get rid of that card. Let's do this. Hey, thanks for sticking it out with me, guys. No, Wizard 101 isn't like necessarily one of the most amazing games to play, but or to watch, but like I said, I've been playing this game for the last 17 years, and it brings me a lot of enjoyment. And it used to be that the only way you could share that enjoyment was playing the game and, you know, getting other people to play with you, and now with being able to stream it, have people watch, they can find out if it's something they'd be willing to try, or if it's something that they're like, this is not my thing, you know? It's like watching people play Call of Duty and you're not into shooting games, or watching people, you know, there are games that you enjoy and there's games that you're like, this is not my thing. Like, I'll watch you play it, but I would never play it.
Hove Severone.
Hi, Pando. Everyone is fine. Well, I'm fine. I'm fine, you're fine, we're all fine. Round-based survival games. Yeah. That's kind of what this is. That really is kind of what this is. It's a turn-based game of, like,
I am mere student wizard. Oh, the shame I
you
have brought
make
to
the
my
wrong
family
move and you're
name.
toast. Alright, we got one. That was Prince Sutin. Now we gotta take on Prince Kebby. Oh, there's a side quest in this area, if I remember correctly. Oh, Manfred Mander. That's later on. Okay. So they added... I don't remember when they added this in. This was not here when they first started playing this game. They added this quest finder. So if you're ever in a world and you're not sure where you need to go next, or you've completed the main quests, but you don't have the badge for full completion... Right, exactly. Like with that bear yesterday. I'm gonna keep getting at you about that bear, man. But, so they added this quest finder. So if you're not sure, like, if you're missing any quests, you can use that quest finder to tell you, hey, and it tells you specifically who you need to talk to, what world it's in, what area of the world it's in, and it'll even, for the most part, it'll give you an arrow. That's this big, huge arrow here. It'll give you an arrow that tells you where to go to talk to that person. Now, the arrow is like 90% accurate. There are some times where the arrow tells you, hey, go this way, and it's like, I don't need to go that way. I can go this way, and it's a lot faster or shorter. The arrow's not always 100% intuitive. They've made a lot of improvements to the arrow over the years. Alright, I need a little bit more health before I go trying to take on Prince Kebby. I thought there were 4 princes. Are there only 2? I don't know. Anybody see a health wisp? Yeah. Did you, you want to go play with that guy with the giant axe too, right, Sparty? The giant angel of death with the axe? Yeah. Elden Ring, if you've heard of Dark Souls, Elden Ring is very much like Dark Souls. Oh. Okay, well, no, screw that guy. So Elden Ring, and Dark Souls, they're in their own classification of RPG. Literally any RPG now that's made that is like that is called a Souls-like RPG. So it's very punishing. Hey, Ada's back. Let's try this again. Yeah, I'm a corpse. I know. I'm gonna try to revive myself. Sparty, if you want to try and get in this time. Ada's back. Or was it... yeah. Yes! Focuses his spirit and attempts to return life to his body. Through sheer force of will, he's able to return life to his body. I revived myself! Woohoo! But yeah, so that's the link that it got Ada banned right there. You can click on that link and it'll give you the information on the 3 classes that are offered Guardian, Empath, Seer. I don't know the differences, so don't ask me. Then all you gotta do is choose your pronouns, whether you're they, them, he, him, she, her. Stance. Oh, you have a stance type? See, I didn't know that. Balanced Berserker Protection. Okay. Alright, let's go for Prince Kebby now.
Sent you to confront me. You're not fit to
Close their eyes,
the
recalling their many
cause.
years of arduous training. After a moment, they open their eyes slowly. With a determined look, they take on a Berserker stance. Very nice. Only Guardians can use combat stances. Oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry, Symphony. Oh, I gotta join the quest. I can join the quest because I have revived. I revived myself, guys. Ooh, this guy's a little bit stronger than the last one. Not by much. This would be a good party. The party max, as far as I'm aware, the party max is 4. So we've got 4 here. So keep that in mind, guys, if you're in other people's chats and they have Ada RPG. I'm pretty sure the party maximum is 4. The quest is starting for a party of 4. Your group hikes for several hours and stops to make camp in an open field of tall grass. While setting up camp, you spot a sleepy skeletal warrior. Ooh. Fluffy swings his primitive sword for 3 HP. The skeletal warrior slashes at Fluffy for 5 HP. Then he slashes out in a wide arc towards the party, dealing 5 HP. I've fallen. Symphony swings their primitive club. Skeletal warrior for 8 HP. Sparty swings their primitive sword at the skeletal warrior for 7. Sparty tries to distract the skeletal warrior, but the skeletal warrior ignores them and charges towards Symphony as they attempt a revival on Tire Swap. But it is too late. Symphony Proto's ritual succeeds, and life is restored to Tire Swap genius. Aw, thanks. Fluffy swings his primitive sword at the skeletal warrior for 6 HP. The skeletal warrior slashes at Sparty for 9. Symphony swings their club at the warrior for 1. Let's whack this guy and regain some health. I swing my club at the warrior for 3. Sparty swung his sword at the skeletal warrior for 3. Fluffy swung his sword at the skeletal warrior for 7. Skeletal warrior is defeated. The party gains 8 XP and 5 gold. Symphony meditates over Tire Swap, transferring some of my wounds and blood loss to yourself. You feel their blood quicken as they begin to regenerate. I didn't know you could do that. Thanks, Symphony. Symphony out here saving me. Sparty and Fluffy taking on the skeletal warrior. I gotta look into, like I said, I gotta look into the commands and see if, because we've got primitive weapons, and I'm assuming there's probably a way to get better weapons later on. Maybe it's a level thing, I don't know. Be interesting to see how that plays out. I don't need 2 healing cards in my deck. I don't want this. I don't need an area of effect. Well, thanks for playing with, Ada there, guys. That was fun. Welcome in Gotsdabeatus. Welcome, welcome. Pando, you didn't let me know that somebody new popped in. I think it doesn't until they say something, though, so it's not entirely Pando's fault. Alright, let's hit him with Krampus. Look at this, guys. I love this spell. Krampus. It just looks so cool to me. Watch this. Oh, never mind. Don't watch that. Oh, no. Yeah, right? Psych! Like, hey, check this, guys. This is really cool. Psych! No, you didn't get to see it. Alright. Nautilus Unleashed. The Nautilus. There we go. This won't do as much, which I'm kind of disappointed, but check this out. Look at that big old laser cannon. Enough to blow a planet. And 1,189 damage. 1189! Whew! Kicking butt and taking names. That was more impressive anyways. I was actually happy with that. Okay. So now we gotta go back to talk to Shalleck. Old man Shalleck the Wise. So Shalleck is part of the Order of the Fang. The Balance School teacher is also part of the Order of the
You've
Fang.
done well, young wizard. The lever should work now.
Oh, fun fact.
Open the door and I'll
So-
meet you up ahead at the lake.
Wizard City is the first world. Ravenwood is the School of Magic. They have 7 schools, but there is not an actual school building for Balance in Ravenwood because, why did you clip that twice? I don't know. There is not an actual physical school in Ravenwood for the School of Balance. It was considered a lost magic, because Krokotopia was the home of the School of Balance, and when they went into the Great Sleep, everything that was known about them, all the information that they had was lost. There is a guy that studied balance magic, and so there's a gentleman by the name of Arthur who offers balance magic training in Ravenwood. And the other one that's missing, if we go back to Ravenwood, is the School of Death. So it used to be there. Again, as I said towards the beginning of the video, when Malistaire got angry and frustrated and mad because they would not allow him to save his wife, he drugged the Death School of Magic from its place in Ravenwood to an area called Nightside. Alright, I'm just regaining some mana here. Look at this, a big frozen lake. Look at this boat frozen in the lake. I don't know if there's anything else. I thought there was like a little fun thing under the ice, but I don't see it. So we need to go over here because there is one of the... Is this the right spot? I thought this was. Maybe it wasn't this area. I thought it was this area. Apparently not. Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of a different frozen area. I thought there was a beetle in this area, but I think I'm thinking of... Oh, there he is. I'm just in the wrong spot. Here it is. So, Sparty, there's another one of the collectibles. So they're just kind of randomly placed throughout the world. Alright, we gotta talk to Shalleck. Let's see what he wants. Hello, Shalleck.
Excellent.
Excellent. You've
it.
made it.
Oh, my heart. This place is filled with enslaved Manders. Krokotep knows I can't stand to see them suffer, but he does not know that you're on my side.
Krokotep knows I can't stand to see them suffer. Enslaved Manders, oh no.
Let's free the Manders from their bondage. If we can do this,
Ooh, bondage.
surely they will fight alongside
Wait.
us.
That's not good. We gotta let them go. Alright. Free the shackled slaves. Pause? Yeah. Right. The noise that they make when you let them go is so cute. Let me see if I can turn the volume up so you can hear this a little better. Oh, it might be sound effect, actually. Hold on. Alright. Listen to these guys. That, what? Like, I don't even... Yeah. Alright. Okay. Did that boat just, like, come up out of the ice farther? No. Oh. The ice is cracking. It's scaring me. I've never heard that before.
We've done it.
We've done it.
But we need to ensure that they are not enslaved again.
Okay. What's next?
Now we must deal with the Overseer.
The
Paniwi.
Overseer.
Don't think me foolish for not rushing at once to get the Krokonomicon. If we do not save the Manders, we are no better than the Tuts. But I see no harm in hurrying. Defeat Overseer Paniwi and return to me at once.
Alright. Part of this makes me think that this Shalak is in his age and wisdom. And I'm wondering if he's blind, but at the same time, like, how did he manage to get here without, like... I suppose, you know, blind people get around just fine, but his eyes really make me think that he's blind. Or at least really hard of seeing. Like, difficulty with seeing, you know? I don't know. I've never really thought about it before, so don't ask me. Alright, we'll come back to the Braziers in a second. I don't want to spoil anything. Okay, so Overseer Paniwi is through here. But we can't get through. You used to be able to glitch through, just so you guys know. You can see through if you spin yourself just right. So you can kind of get a look. We're going over there. Alright, so there's a book. Let's see what the book says.
The door is frozen.
The door is
shut
frozen
by
shut by magic.
Perhaps the braziers hold the secret to opening it?
Magical braziers. Ooh, okay. So let's go back here. How many braziers have we got? 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 braziers. Okay. Ooh. It's fire now. So it's frozen shut by magic. I'm guessing turning them into fire braziers will help thaw that frozen door. How it helps from all the way out here, I couldn't tell you, but it's magical. It's frozen magically, so maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's 6. Okay. Changing the braziers from ice magic to fire magic will magically unfreeze the door. That cracking is freaking me out. Alright. Do. The door is open! Yay! Alright. Okay, so Overseer Paniwi. Paniwi. It makes me think of like panini. Like, I don't know. My brain sometimes, I tell you guys.
Just how outmatched you are, wizard.
Outmatched? Uh-oh. Outmatched? So I know, like, the battle mechanics feels very repetitive in this game. And it is. And a lot of the spells that you'll come across, even for different schools, it's really just reskinned from other schools. But it's really not necessarily, like, it's about the game mechanics of battling, but it's not really about the battling, per se. It's about the storyline. And so, while it can get a little tedious, you know, just continuously spell casting, same spell casting, oh look, more enemies that do the same thing in spell casting. If you ignore that and focus on the storyline, that's what gives a lot of us hardcore Wizard 101 players enjoyment playing this game. That's why I've played this game for so long. I just really like the story. I don't need 2 of those. We'll have to pass this round. Well, let's put another Fireblade. So the nice thing about the blades and the basic trap spells is that there's 0 pip. So 0 pip spells don't cost any mana, don't cost any pips. 0 pips will give you the equivalent experience of casting a 1 pip spell. every pip gains you 3 experience. So even casting a 0 pip spell gives me 3 experience. Alright. We don't need 2 of those. Alright, so let's do... I wanted an area of effect spell. I don't have an area of effect spell. Let's cast Hephaestus. No, actually. I'll do Nautilus Unleashed and try to get rid of the little guy. Suckly High Guard. No, I won't. That's the hard part for me, playing this No Gear Challenge, is my Death Wizard, his accuracy is over 100%. I do not fizzle on my Death Wizard. This guy, his accuracy is whatever the spell is. So, like, for instance, the Glacial Golem is 75%. That's the accuracy casting of my spell, is 75%. My Death Wizard's accuracy is actually like 30%, but you do the math. 75 to 30. That's over 100. Oh, it wasn't enough. Ooh. Oh no. Oh yeah, no, I'm toast. I know what the base damage of that spell is, that's why I knew I was toast. Ouch. Ouch, ouch. Big ouchies. Can't win them all. Alright, so I need to regain a little bit of mana here. And then we're gonna run in somewhere where I can regain health. And then we'll try again. That was not great. I want to finish this area because this area is not a very large area. And then I think once I've finished this area, then yeah, I'll call the video end, and then I'll find something else to do for a while. I need to gain some health. Sparty joining the party. Fluffy starting the quest out. I guess I'll join in too. Symphony, you want to join us on another quest? Symphony, you want to join us on another Ada quest? Nope, apparently not. Your group hikes for several hours and stops to make camp in an open field of tall grass. While setting up camp, you spot a spooky slime. The slime slaps Fluffy for 8 HP. I swung my club at the slime for 9. Spartan swings his sword for 7. Fluffy swings his sword for 2. The slime slaps me for 7. I swing my club for 1. Sparty swings his sword for 10. Fluffy swung his sword for 8. Slime is defeated. Fluffy, I can't believe you and I got slapped by a slime. What is that? Oh, because I entered the dungeon differently, I reset the recall. No. I don't want to redo all of that. Oh wait, I'm in the wrong area. Never mind. Do I have to start over? Yeah. Because I started it differently. Right? Ah, shoot. I didn't use the dungeon recall. I shouldn't have entered the dungeon the way I did. So now I have to redo those 2 battles against Prince Sutin Sakli and Prince Kebi Sakli. So you gotta be careful when you're playing this game. If you go into a dungeon and you get defeated, make sure you use the dungeon recall. I did not. Now I have to rebattle those 2 bosses that I battled already. Because I've restarted the dungeon instance, so even if I decide, oh, well, I'll just go out and use the dungeon recall, it'll just put me in this instance where I haven't defeated them. So you guys get to watch me do these guys again. I apologize. Bear with me here. It happens.
I had hoped to face a mighty warrior.
I'm not gonna read your dialogue
skills,
again.
but you showed up instead. Hardly
We get
worth
to free the
efforts
Manders
of a
again,
prince.
so that's a bonus. I can't believe I did that. You know how long it's been since I did that? Alright, Daraugan.
Afrefresung. Thanks, deres vatngenjus.
Oh. My bad. I hit the wrong button. Yeah, the screen's gonna go black for a second. I apologize. I accidentally shrunk down the window rather than just clicking off of it to look at the thing I wanted to look at, so I apologize for that temporary black screen. Oh! Shit! Myself! Oh, okay. So I'm working on channel points and getting some stuff set up. I don't have any, like, major things. Right now it's just stuff for Daraugan. You can play rock, paper, scissors with him too, which will start a poll that people can choose what they want to cast or play against Daraugan. So, you know, work in progress, things that are coming in the future. Alright, let's get rid of this Frostmancer. Ow. Don't hurt me. Okay, just a little beetle. Still hurts, but not that bad. Aw. Symphony, you left me. They'll be back. Maybe. Alright, we'll pass this turn. So yeah, again, bear with me. I made the mistake of creating a separate dungeon instance, and so now I have to deal with these 2 princes again. That was close. That was close. Good thing I chose to heal, because, whoo, that was close. Alright. Get rid of that, because that's an area of effect. Throw a fire trap just to pass the turn and get some more extra experience. That was dangerously close. I had, what, 70 health left? Oops. Alright, so let's do... Nope. That's not gonna be enough. Let's do the Glacial Golem for now. The Glacial Golem will give me benefit, an added benefit in that it has a heal over time ability. So I'll regenerate some health over the next couple of rounds, while also being able to deal some damage to this guy. There are definitely spells that do more damage, but the trade-off is that I get the health. Oof. I don't need much to take him down. Come on, give me something good here. Another fire pip. Alright, let's see. Okay, let's see if it works this time. I really want to show you guys the Krampus spell, because I really like this spell. Come on, Krampus. Work this time for me. Hey, there we go. Check this out. Look how cool this is. So he just spawns in from a lump of coal. Now, if you guys know the tale of Krampus, he's like the anti-Santa Claus. Look at that. That was pretty.
I am mere student wizard. Oh, the shame I have brought to my family name.
I wish the animations were slower. They got a lot of feedback from the community about the spell animations just taking way too long. And so they, bit by bit, they reduced the animation time for spells, especially on the ones that are area of effect. It used to be, it would hit each enemy individually, so it would go through the full casting animation. It would do, you know, for instance, the Scarecrow spell. It would summon the Scarecrow, and then he'd do his thing to an enemy, and then he would do his thing to another enemy, and then he would do this thing to another enemy, and then he would do this thing to another enemy. And it got to a point where people said, well, this is just taking too long. I can only get in a half hour, 45 minutes before I gotta go do this or I gotta go do that. You know, I'd like to be able to get more of the game done with the time allotted. And so they changed the spells, shortened up the casting time on some of them, and condensed the animation on some of the other ones. So now, if you cast that same Scarecrow spell, the animation will summon the Scarecrow, and he'll do his attack animation, and it hits everybody, rather than 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not happy about it. I don't like the change. I liked the extended time. I liked the extended animation.
You to confront me. You're not fit to clean the floors.
Unfortunately, a great majority of the community was like, no, we need shorter animation times. And so, you know, you can't listen to one or two people when a larger portion of your community is saying, hey, do this. And then, you know, it happens. I've learned to deal with it and accept it and move on. Alright. Alright, Sparty. Have fun with the yard. I don't have a yard, so I don't have to worry about that. That's a long story. But, yeah, hopefully you come back. Otherwise, if not, you know, maybe you catch me for one of my videos later tonight if I do a repo stream. Get rid of these. Let's just get this guy out of the way real quick. He's got a shield which does 50% less damage. And I fizzle. I can offset that with a trap and a blade. Or a spell that does more damage. 420 to 460. And an accuracy drop. Alright, let's do Krampus again. I did notice recently that they changed it. So it used to be when you casted a spell, if it fizzled, you would lose those pips. It looks like they changed it and you don't lose the pips now. Maybe it wasn't you lost the pips, maybe it was only just that it still cost the mana. I don't remember. I thought it was that you used up the pips, but I could be wrong. It's been so long since they did some of these changes that, like, trying to remember what they changed is just not possible. Yep, you failed because of my accuracy drop on you. I kind of want to take this turn to heal, but I also want to get rid of that guy, so we'll go in the middle and use the Glacial Golem. Or not. I should have healed. I'll heal this turn and then we'll do Meteor Strike next turn. So, this spell right here, this fairy spell, there's actually two different versions of this spell. So if you are not a life school wizard when you get that spell, it's fairy and it does 400 health. It heals for 400, I should say. It doesn't do 400 health, it heals for 400. Language. That didn't... Oh, that's right, I healed. If you... Oh, it's Pixie, sorry, it's Pixie. 400 health for self only. If you are the life school, you get... I am fizzling terribly in this battle. You get the fairy spell instead of the pixie spell. And the fairy spell... That's gonna hurt. That is gonna hurt. Please don't. Oh. Wow. Alright. Well, I'm out of potions. So what we're going to do is we're going to go play some mini-games real quick to recharge the potions, and that way we can just run right into it rather than trying to regen the long way. But anyways, so Pixie, 400 heal for self only. Any school but the life school. If you're the life school, you get a fairy spell. And the fairy spell is 420 health and can be used on any school. We're just gonna play one of the quick mini games. This is Potion Motion, literally just, you know, it's a match 3 game. That's what it is. As you match potions, you recharge the timer. The longer it goes on, as you level up here, you get more potions added to the mix to match up as well. I can't ever seem to get past, like, level 6, so that's probably not going to happen today. But I just need to do this, so playing the minigames recharges your potions, regenerates your mana. Depending on what game you do, if you do relatively well, you also can get some gold and some basic items. Boots or a hat or, you know, things like that. Treasure cards, pet snacks, so on and so forth. So it's a nice little reprieve from the battling and benefits you as well. Alright, so now we've got these new potions added in. So I will try to do this as quickly as I can, but I'm also going for the benefit of regenerating my potions, so it will take, you know, however long it takes, I guess. Oh gosh. So the hard part is sometimes my brain just does not process where those matches are. And so it'll be like staring me in the face, and I can't figure it out. Like this, for instance. Yeah, we're not gonna make it past level 6 again. Yeah. So there's the mana regeneration, there's the gold. That's your overall score. How people got this score, I don't know. I don't know if it was a bot that was built to make that. I don't know if it was just, you know, magically easier somehow. I don't know. Those scores have been like that for years and haven't changed. I kind of wish that they'd, like, every so often they just reset the scores, but they don't. And that's fine. But the problem is some of the scores that are set, those people no longer play and haven't played in years and won't ever play again, so I don't know. Obviously, the larger combination matches you do, the more points you get. You know, 3 is the base minimum requirement. If you can get 4, you get more points. If you can get 5, you can get more points, you know. Theoretically, you could match up 7 if they fell just right, I suppose. I've never done it. Okay, we're gonna pull it this way. The nice thing is the potion screen cycles from one side to the other, so you can drag it all the way around, and those potions will just, you know, run from the end of the screen to the other end of the screen. So it widens the possibilities. If you're like, oh, I can't figure this out, you just drag it this way, and then, oh, there you go, lo and behold. Now you've got a match that you didn't have before. See, we're up to the brown potions, but I can never seem to get past the brown potions. I don't know what comes at level 7. I have no idea. Never made it past level 6. Would be kind of cool. I don't have high hopes or high expectations, because I've been playing this for years and never made it past level 6. Yeah, see? Alright, that should be enough. Almost, but that's enough to do what I wanted to do. Because while I was doing that, I'm in the commons area of this world, and so my health was slowly regenerating over time anyways. Alright, teleport to the Emperor's Retreat. Not quite full on health, we'll see if maybe we can grab a health wisp while we're in here. All I gotta do is defeat Prince Kebi. Then go free the Manders again. Not a lot of health in here. Alright, Prince Kebi, let's try this again. I'm gonna get rid of these balance spells. I'll get rid of that. We'll put this on here. Brendan is live. Pumpkin is live. Everybody's live now. Just gonna clear spells out. Back. Oh, my posture is terrible and I know it. Okay, a blade. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Mm-hmm. Not pleasant. I really wanted a Meteor Strike, but I don't think I'm gonna get a Meteor Strike. So let's do a heal this turn, and then we'll continue the assault. Thanks for hanging in with me, guys. Appreciate your continued support here. Hey, look, it's the Meteor Strike. Yeah, let's do that. Ooh, he fizzled. See, it's not me that fizzles all the time. The other guys fizzle too. Nice. That was actually a lot better than I was expecting. Okay. Get rid of that. Not that. For the pips, we'll do that. Or for the experience, rather, we'll do that. Ow. Don't spit on me. Again. Okay, I'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that. Alright, we'll throw this fire trap on this guy. I need more attack spells. Oh gosh. He's gonna spit again. Oh no, he's not. Alright. I have to survive this. It's not... Yeah, let's just do it. If it works, then I'm fine. If I can survive. Oh no. Oh, dang it. Bristling skeletal warrior. Alright, let's try this again. I gotta get past this guy. Bear with me. So this is the risk you take. Running through these with no gear. Clearly, my character is not built for handling this. Not at this level, anyways. Some of it is deck failure. I need to work on building my deck up a little bit better to get the cards that I actually need. Some of it is luck. A lot of it is the fact that... Sorry. A lot of it is the fact that I am running with no gear. But that's the challenge. Alright, let's throw this out and put this on this guy. Throw this out, put this blade on, and then we'll do, if it doesn't fizzle, we'll use Meteor Strike next turn. Gosh, that does a lot. Them ice bats are painful. That was like half my health. Well, maybe a third of my health. Alright. Meteor Strike! So Meteor Strike does less damage in terms of, like, potential damage, but it's an area of effect spell, and so it hits all of the enemies. I was worried about that. I need to heal, and I need to survive long enough to heal. No, that's easily like 200 something base damage. I'm toast again. Ugh. Alright. Not the greatest. Don't usually have this much difficulty. Alright, we gotta recharge the potions again. just try and run through this as fast as we can. I want to get this part finished. Before I start losing my mind. My brain's starting to not process how to do these. I have difficulty when I try to do potion motion because at some point my brain's like, Potions, yes. They move, yes. Matching? No, not possible. Even though clearly it is possible, but my brain is like, nope, you can't put those together. Those don't go together. There aren't any matches here. Give up now while you can. It's like, yeah, but this potion, nope, that's not a match. But this potion, nope, that's not a match either. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. This one goes here. Yep, and there it is. Level 6 is about the limit that I can do. Alright, use the potion. Dungeon recall. Level 6 seems to be about my limitation. If I level up again, I'll be at level 25, and then I'll be able to go get a different deck and potentially a better wand as well. I have to find out if there's better Archmastery jewels available as well. Alright. Let's get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Throw on the Fireblade. Bump the music volume up a little bit more. And the computer volume up a little bit more too. Get rid of that. Throw another Fireblade on. Can't hurt. I cannot for the life of me cast that spell. I have to heal again so I don't die. Why am I having so much trouble casting Meteor Strike? That's 3 times now. Alright, I'm gonna build up a couple of boosters and then try and get rid of that guy. This is rough, guys. This is rough. I'm gonna have to cast another healing spell. I can't believe this. I got past this guy so easily last time. Now I can't, for the life of me, get past him at all. Alright, another Meteor Strike. If they both hit me, then I'm toast. Alright, sounds good, Fluffy. Thanks for stopping in. What to do, what to do. Either way, I'm probably gonna lose again. Yep. The max damage on that is enough to take me down, and oh, I did that wrong. I should jump for the other guy, but that's alright. I'll get one, but I'm not gonna get the other. See, now I've got a heal on me, but I have to survive this turn in order to, I have to survive in order to actually get the benefit of it. And I'm not going to. That's wild! I made it! Almost! I almost made it this time. You know what? We're gonna do this a little differently. I don't want to keep having to do the potions, and I've got plenty of gold. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go home. So this is our dorm room in Wizard City. This is the School of Ravenwood, School of Magic. Gonna go to the Commons. And we're just gonna go talk to the potion lady and just get the potions filled that way, because I don't really want to play the potion game, or the mini games again. So we'll just go talk to the potion vendor and have her recharge her potions. Fill all potions, buy, recharge, and then fill the potion again. There we go. And then we'll do the dungeon recall. So if you have a lot of gold to spend, you can do it that way too. It's quite a bit faster than playing the mini games. God, at this rate, we're gonna level up before I defeat this guy. Alright, come on. The problem is they get to go first, and that's what's really been affecting me, is if I could go first, maybe I'd have a better chance. But they keep getting the ability to go before me. And that's what's giving me the problem. Alright. For the sake of the experience, put a couple of fire traps on these guys. One. Two. Yes, fizzle. Thank you. Oh, they both fizzled. Technically not a fire spell. But it is an AoE, so we'll do it just to get some damage reduction, or damage on these guys. I won't get as much because I don't get a boost from my blade or the traps, but I'll get something. Or not. We're all fizzling. What? That's wild. Not one of us has hit yet. No. Guess I'll go for the Glacial Golem on that guy. Ow. And they have enough pips, if they both hit me, I'm toast. If they both choose to do bigger spells, I'm toast. Oh, okay, we got one. Get rid of this, get rid of that, get rid of this. I don't need two of them. Oh. That was not great. Okay. Okay. I can do this. I will take a turn to heal. Oh no. The minimum on that is enough to finish me off. Oh my gosh. I can't catch a break on this. I literally can't continue until I beat this. Let's do some deck modification here. I'm not using the Ninja Piglets. I'm not using the Locust Swarm. I'm not using the Savage Paw. Let's add in another Meteor Strike. Another Glacial Golem, another Sunbird. I'm not using the Spiritual Tribunal. Let's add in another Hephaestus. Alright. Modify the deck to give me a little bit better card give. So the other thing you can do too is treasure cards. You can add in treasure cards. Generally they'll have things like a little bit higher damage. This one 280 or Gambit A. I forget what Gambit is. Did they add in what Gambit does? No, not here. Okay. But so if you're having trouble with your base cards, you can add in treasure cards that will boost abilities one way or another. Extra healing cards if you need it, you know. What do I have for healing cards? Nothing. Okay. 280, or if they've got a damage over time, it'll do 615. Meteor Strike 355 to 395 to all enemies. What's the difference between that and my Meteor Strike? 305 to 345. Okay, let's do that. Let's add in that Meteor Strike treasure card, because I can get more of those later. Well, let's see if having the stronger Meteor Strike... Oh, is there a accuracy difference? No, same accuracy. Maybe having that stronger Meteor Strike... Oh, it's just Prince Kebi by himself. We might actually be able to beat this now, because I only have one enemy to deal with instead of two. Alright. Who did I lose? Okay, still cool. Alright, let's get rid of the Immolate card, the Meteor Strike card. Throw a Fire Trap. Alright, so now since I just have Prince Kebi, I might be able to actually get through this. $750. I'll throw an elemental trap on. It'll take a couple of turns anyways, so why not add some extra damage boosters? You're not getting me this time, Prince Kebby. I'll wait one more turn so I can do Nautilus Unleashed. Okay, Nautilus Unleashed. Just because it's got a higher damage output, so with the traps, I might... or not. This is not what I wanted to have happen. There we go. Krampus! Krampus for the win? Come on, Krampus. Thank you. $1,100 damage. That's what I did last time, too. Alright. I keep forgetting there's not a dash button in this game. I can't run faster. I can auto-run by holding the shift and then pressing the direction I want to go, but there's not an actual, run button. See, look, Ma, no hands.
You've done well, young wizard. The lever should work now. Open the door and I'll meet you up ahead at the lake.
Alright, sounds good. So the frozen lake again, we gotta free the Manders. We gotta turn the braziers on, and then we gotta go try and take on that overseer. Trying, guys. We're trying. These guys are giving us a little bit more difficulty than I expected. But that just goes back to, like I said, ice enemies have a higher defense, and they have a higher health. So it's a lot more difficult to defeat them.
Excellent. You've... Oh.
Alright, I'm gonna skip the dialogue because we've seen the dialogue once before and I just want to get through this. We're gonna free the slaves. Two shackled slaves. One more. 3 shackled slaves. Okay. Back to Shalak again.
We've done it. But we... now...
Alright. I'm gonna skip reading the book because I know what you need to do. We're just gonna change the braziers, sorry. Alright, to the Overseer.
You fail to see just how outmatched you are, wizard.
No, I know how outmatched I am. Do you know how many times it's taken me just to get here, dude? Like, I know exactly how outmatched I am. I don't fail to see anyway. It's like a floral scent in the air. I don't know if it's from my pants, which were washed recently, if it's like I have the screen door open, so I don't know if it's floating in from outside, but there's like a floral scent in the air. Alright, just because it seems like a good idea to do it now, I'm gonna cast Meteor Strike. That's gonna hurt. If they both do that, that's gonna hurt a lot. Yeah, they both decided to do it too. That's rude. Oh, especially since they both had that 30% boost to them. Ow. And then I fizzled. I need to heal. I have the healing pips to heal. Let's do that, because I need to heal right away. Yeah, that's fair. You guys both smashed the crap out of me. So you guys both can miss this turn. Let's use the treasure card Meteor Strike. I don't like it when they pass. It bothers me. I do when I'm ultra low on health, and it gives me the opportunity to hit them. But, alright, so there is the Overseer. See, that went a lot easier. But, when I have a lot of health, and they have like 2 pips, and they pass, I don't like it, because, I mean, clearly, if they have 2 pips and they pass, the next turn they have 3 pips. And sometimes the 3 pip spells do more damage. Alright, talk to Shalak. I might level up. That'd be exciting. Every level gives you a little bit more mana to work with, a little bit more health to work with. At 25, my base attack, which you can't see on this, but my base attack at level 25 should go up.
Excellent job, young wizard. You've shown the Manders we mean to defeat the Tuts, and they are ready to join the fight. Crocotep cowers behind a door sealed by a combination. The Manders we freed tell me you must vanquish the Sakwi Keymaster to get it.
The Sakwi Keymaster, right?
Once you've defeated the Keymaster, the combination will appear in his room. Use that combination to open the door and take our vengeance on Crocotep.
There it is, I leveled up.
Young wizard, I'm short-handed and could really use your help. Come see me in the Oasis in Crocotopia.
No, not at the moment. Alright. So, before we do anything, we're going to do a couple of things here first. Yeah, so I got that health boost, I got that mana boost. I got a training point, so I need to go make a quick visit. Keymaster is over here. So we're going to mark here. Go home. So I gotta do a couple of things. First things first. Oh, I can't do anything here. Balance of power, I don't care. I wanted the elemental golem spell, but I need to go to the bazaar, see if I can get a new ring, and I know I can get a new deck. And that's important because I can put more cards in the deck. I also can do something for him, but that's not what we're doing. I want to finish this zone. I'll do things like more cards, or the extra side quests later. I just want to get the main stuff sorted out here. I also need to see about new Archmastery jewels, see if there's any that give me better... What I was looking for. Just looking something up here real quick.
Naked to Matthew. In the air again.
Would you like to buy? I want to buy a new ring, right? That's the ring that I have? Yeah, okay. With a tier on it. Just a tier. Auto 5, 25 ring. I don't want it to boost anything other than healing. So it looks like we're looking at the Ring of Rejuvenation for incoming healing. I don't want the 7%. That's a square anyways. That's a circle. Oh. Is there not a tier that does healing? There's not. Is there an Athame that does? Just a tier with healing. Deck of the Phoenix. Yep. That's the better deck. And I need a tier I don't think I'm gonna get around. Now I should have 0 healing. Oh, I have 4 outgoing from my ring. I think I'm gonna end up with a ring that does both outgoing and incoming. Because I need a tier jewel. So I'm gonna go from 4% to 9% heal. Alright. Now the problem is I lose that Arch Mastery because these new items do not have the Arch Mastery on them from the start. And I do not have the item to unlock. Do I? Maybe I do. Hold on. Fix jewels. Unlock all sockets. It's 45 crowns. Yes. Yes. Okay, that's what we'll do. Alright, so then I need to go to the jewel vendor. I wonder if other jewel vendors would have it. Not that one. Accurate. Arch Mastery. Unearthly, which I can't use. Okay. Arch Mastery. Okay, so that's not the right NPC. Nope. Nope. That's Pet Shop. It's the same one. Nope, that's Polaris. Nope, that person doesn't sell Arch Mastery. That's the wrong person. Sorry, I am just looking up on their, Dazzling. Yeah, okay, so that is the lowest, or the fun for a while. That's the only Arch Mastery jewels I can get, are these ones. Okay. So, B... Fix jewels. I need a square Arch Mastery jewel. And I need a tier Arch Mastery jewel. Rings, Tarnished Noble, fix Arch Mastery, fix, yes, and then the deck, a fix. Alright. Oh, I should have seen if there was a better wand, too. So one more thing to do, then we'll head back to questing. Just to see if there's a slightly better wand. And it may be that I have to get into, like, a specific class, or specific school for wands now. The trade-off is the damage from the wands will be less, but the accuracy is 100%, so my wand hits would be guaranteed to hit. Buy a wand. I'm not really interested. Okay. I'll sell things later. Okay, teleport to the Emperor's Retreat. Now we're gonna continue on. Okay, we've got our... Cannot teleport. Dungeon timer ended. Oh no! Don't tell me... I do not want to make you guys sit through that whole thing again. I think we're gonna end it there, just because I don't want to make you guys sit through that whole thing again. I'm gonna continue off stream. Well, no, because... Yeah, we'll just pick it up in the next video. We leveled up. It was a rough time. I'm gonna end the video here, just because I don't want to make you guys have to sit through, in this session, me going through all of that all over again. Can't teleport to that location. Yeah, I know. Because I forgot that was a dungeon. Like, that whole thing is a dungeon, which is a bit ridiculous. It should just be certain bits of it are dungeon, not the whole thing as an entity. So, that's gonna do it. I will run back to Krokotopia, because I need to do one thing there before we go back in, and then I will leave it there until the next episode. So, we did and did not make a lot of progress this time. Got through the Vault of Ice, got through a good portion of, I guess I can see what your quest is.
Wizard, I've an issue that requires immediate attention, and I can think of no one better
We'll get
suited
his
for the
quest and then I'll
matter
run back
than
over
you.
there.
The Queen commissioned an expeditionary force led by esteemed attaché Lord George Beagle to make a diplomatic tour of the Spiral.
Okay.
The last letter we received stated the
Oh, that's for the
expedition
side
chartered a
area in
trade ship to bring them
Kembalung.
here
Okay.
after a stop in Kimbalung, near distant Mushu.
Yeah, that's
The
fine.
trade ship arrived on schedule, but Beagle and his team weren't aboard.
Weren't aboard.
I fear something
Okay.
may have happened to them. Our hands are full here, and I can't spare a single soul. Can you go to Kimbalung to search for Beagle and his expeditionary force?
Yeah, sure. Not right now. But yes. Interesting, because that suggests that Krokotopia and Mushu are really close to each other. So, an interesting concept to think about. This is a dungeon, isn't it? Yep, it's a dungeon. Okay. Well, we're gonna call it there. Next time we'll try to actually make it through in one go, now that I'm a little stronger. So, that's gonna do it for now. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Thanks for sticking with me through that difficult issue. I realize the lighting isn't that great. You can only see like half my face. I'll try to fix that later. Probably just angling this way would be better. Yeah, okay. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna call it there, and catch me on the next episode. We continue our journey through the Spiral. Yes, Sparty. I might be back later tonight with another stream. I don't know, but that's gonna do it for Wizard 101 for now. So, thanks for hanging out, man. Appreciate you.